As we move on to the women's fours. Great Britain, last year's champions, not amongst the finalists. So just 7 entries, not the greatest of turnouts. Nonetheless, this is the final.
Well, you've got 3 crews here who are doubling up. The Romanians and the Canadians and Belarus are all rowing in the 8 tomorrow. But the person really to watch for here is the stroke of the Canadian 4, Marnie McBean. She's got a great record. Here she's won medals in 5 different boat classes. Here she is now trying to see if she can win a medal in a 6th boat class, a 6th event, which would be a record, a first ever at a World Championships. She's got 3 Olympic golds to her credit, 3 world golds, 4 silver medals. She's going for her 10th medal. Marnie McBean at stroke in this Canadian 4.
I suppose her sheer presence in the boat would automatically tend to make us think that the Canadians are favourites for this race, but that's putting a lot of responsibility on her shoulder. This is her comeback year because she did retire after the Olympics, and she was at Aigues-Ballette in France last year at the World Championships watching, but then got home and turned up on the doorstep of her coach Al Moreau and said, I want to come back, and you know, this is what I want to do. And Al put his tongue in his cheek and said, well, we'll give you a trial.
Well, she's stroking the 8 as well. Marnie McBean is one of the great athletes. But here at the moment, sitting in 3rd position, just about.
Yes, on the far side there in lane number 2, Romania going pretty well. Closest to you now, Belarus in those distinctive green vests. But just underneath us, also with a sharp start, the Ukraine. And the Ukraine, a very, very good start.
Yes, Ukraine have been looking very strong. They're very powerful athletes. They're big and strong, and at the moment, right up there, leading the field. With Belarus in 2nd place, Germany on the far side in lane 1 have slipped rather a long way off the pace. But it's Ukraine at the moment, heading the field.
Just going through the motorway bridge there. And Ukraine from Romania, their closest pursuers at the moment. And the water really is bumpy. You can see in that picture, conditions not easy.
Not easy at all, but it does favour the very powerful athletes, and this Ukrainian crew are very strong. They just make sure that they get the blade in, hold on to it as hard as they can, drive their legs down, and then make sure they're clear of the water as they come forward. No room here for good technique. It's all power, power, power. And in the coxless 4, that's what you need.
Yes, Tatiana Fasenko it is who's setting the rhythm in the stroke seat. Behind her, Tatiana Savchenko, then Nina Proskura, and then Yevgenia Andreeva. That's the quartet for Ukraine. Ukraine yet to register a medal at these championships. But this could be the moment, who knows? But still a long way to go. The Romanians, we haven't seen much of. They're in lane number 2. That's the bow of the Canadian boat. The Canadian quartet in the bow there, Buffy Alexander. Then going down the boat in 2-seat, Larissa Bizantal, then Kubet Weston, and of course, Marnie McBean, and the Canadians into 2nd place.
And moving well indeed. They're putting Ukraine under a lot of pressure at the moment. Belarus in the green there, in lane 5, still in the picture there with Romania holding 3rd place.
Yes, and the Belarus to be respected as well. They've got a very experienced stroke in their boat, Marina Znak, and she knows all about race pace and just beginning to bring that Belarus 4 into contention. But now you're looking at Marnie McBean, and behind her Kubet Weston picking up the rhythm.
Yeah, nice rangy long stroke there from Marnie McBean. But it's Ukraine holding on. No one's made any move on Ukraine at the moment. It's half a length over Canada, and the Ukraine holding well. Boat's running nicely for the Ukraine. They're just sitting there, churning it along. Very little to disturb the run of the boat. Quite a high rating, and they're moving it very well indeed. Canada are the ones who are trying to put them under pressure. You can see that there's water flying off the Canadian riggers. There seems to be quite a lot of water flying around on the far side. Ukraine having a good, clear run.
Yes, and a real tussle now for the bronze medal position. It's Romania at the top of the picture, just beyond Canada, but closest to you can see Holland and Belarus. It's the green vest of Belarus, and then the Dutch are just beyond them there, and there's about 3 in a line. It's not a great angle from where we are either to see exactly who's in the lead there, but it's very, very close for that 3rd position. But I must agree with you, Dan, the Ukraine looking better and better and better.
Yeah, it's a very confident row. They went straight out and took an early lead, and in fact they've opened up a little bit more now on Canada, and the others are beginning to pull Canada back a bit. Holland really has moved up well in the last 500 or 600 meters, and they're really challenging now, putting a lot of pressure on the Canadians. But here Ukraine out in front and moving very sweetly indeed. They haven't really put a foot wrong.
Tatiana Fazenko there in front, and really doing a great job here. The Ukrainians not far to go now, coming down to the 250 meter mark. Canada hanging on in second place, still the water splaying around there. The Dutch moving into third. Now the Dutch are doing all their best work now. Nelleke Penix is the woman who's setting the stroke from Tess Appelborn, Christine Vink and Karin Terbeek. That's the quartet for Holland, who are getting on terms with Canada, and there could be a fight here for the silver medal yet. It's the Ukraine who got virtually a length. They're just getting a little rough as they come towards the end now. I think perhaps they're feeling the pressure, but there's not far to go. You can see the flags on the far side, still this strong tailwind. Canada being mowed down by the Dutch, with Belarus seemingly unable to go with the Dutch. But at the moment, it's still Ukraine. Here they are. Every stroke counting, every stroke getting them closer to the line now. Not far to go, the Canadians on the far side under the severest pressure from the Dutch now. But Ukraine are nearly there. Just a few more strokes to go for the Ukrainian women, and they are going to get this gold medal. And coming to the line now, it's Ukraine, with Canada still holding on in second place, I'd say. And Ukraine get the gold, Canada the silver, Holland third, ahead of Belarus, and then Romania, and finally Germany. Well, just to emphasize, as you said, Dan, a powerful performance by the Ukraine to earn their country's first ever World Championship gold medal, for women who are going to have a very happy journey back to Kiev. They've done very well.